bit change. So I change like this. It's depend on you. So let's run the application again. So npx node mon. So we set up with the node mon. So we can run like this. So now our server is running in port 3000 and DB is connected. The DB is with the MongoDB. Okay, so everything has been set up like previous video. You can go and check. For the client, I will say npm run dev, because in the package.json file we have npm run dev script. Yeah, here is dev. So we have got that URL. So I copy and I come back here and I tap like this. So this is our homepage header and the content and the footer. Okay, so we use flow by CSS, Tailwind CSS. This flow by Tailwind CSS we can use for like React, Vue, here like different kinds of components. That's really nice. So I use that, and we have set up the product list and product detail. If I go like this, det and detail select one. So one is the ID of the product. We have like product detail UI. So this been finished. This been finished in the component. We have products. This is the product. So if you get red like this, it is totally okay to run this. But in React, it want to be the class name, okay, like this. So I can quick fix all, okay. If I say fix all, it will change to the class to class name. That's totally fine. And the layout, we have footer, layout, navbar, okay. So pages, we have product detail. So I will fix it here again. Fix all, okay. So this will be our project until now we finish. So what I will introduce you is we will use now reduce, okay, in order to work with the API from the server with the client, okay. So we need to use state management. What is reduce? Reduce is React reduce is like managing the state and interacting with the data, especially from API with the backend and with the client. So we will have like action and the data change, and so we have to manage these kinds of data using reduce. And I will use reduce presets. So I will install, first of all I will install reduce. So I will find react reduce, okay. So React reduce, you can be installed through npm, okay. So when you go to the npm, you can find out and read more about, if you want to understand more about React reduce. I will install using that command. So I go into enter the client, okay. So this client, I will type npm React reduce. So it's installed under the client folder, and I need more React reduce preset, okay. I think presets or PE or SNSD, yes. So reduce presets. So what is that? It is like storing the reduce data in the local storage of the browser. Okay, so we have to use these two packages in order to work with the API data. So I will install another package again. So after we have installed, I can close this. So the server is running and the client is running. So after that, I will minimize API and I will go client. So under the src folder, what we will do is we will create the store folder, okay. So what I will do is before store, I will create new folder called reduce, dux, okay. So under that folder, I will create new file called store.js, okay. So so in the store.js, so we will import two package that we just installed. So I will import combine redu, okay, combi, because we have to combine redu. We will have different redus for user, redu for products, redu for, you know, adding the car and car management state. So we have to use different kinds of redu. That's why we need to import combine, combine reducers from redu from real redu. Yeah, actually it should be, yeah, we install real redu, it should be okay. So and then we will import another one from the PERSIST store, okay, and PERSIST REDUCER from redu preset REDU, okay. So we have got that two from the two function from the redu preset packages. So after that, I have to make another one, which is preset config. This preset config. Okay. So we import a preset like reducer, preset store, and preset reducer from preset reduce. Okay, I can copy from here also. If you wish to copy here, you can copy, okay, or you can type manually. So I will copy the preset config here and I will paste it here. So in the preset config, we will have like a version. We can define also version, okay, version 1 or something like this. For the storage, we have to import from here. You know, this is for look at storage for web. So we will import that storage as well. So this storage, we need that storage in order to store our redu state data, everything in the web local database. I mean local storage. Okay. So after that, we will create root reducer, combine reducer, the one that we import from here. Okay. So I think I have to use not real redu, redux. Yeah, I have to use the redux. I will find like this. Okay, so I have to use this one, this package. Instead of using real redu, I will use only this reduce package. So I will create another terminal, cd client, then I will type mbi reduce. So I will import redux. Okay, I will use that package. So combine reducer, and then so inside the combine reducer function, what will we do is we will put like different reducer in here. Okay, like I said, we will create another folder called action, action, and then in the reduce state management, we should have like action and reducer. So I will say reducers. Okay, so we have action and reducer folder, and then the next one is I would like to create a constant. In this constant, we will define base URL, base URL.js. So we have we will define the base URL there, and then new folder we will have like products. Okay, so that's that product constant. We will define the name. Okay, so directly I will export, because I will reuse that value in different redefined. Okay, so I will say product list request. So we will have like we will have like if I go back home, so 1 2 3 4, so these are the list of product from the API we will get through the database from the backend. So we can say this is like product list request req. So I will make shorter req, make request, and then we can say product list request product list request, the same name. So this is will be the product list request name, and then I will have product list. So when we request this, we will have success and we will have failure. That's why I will export another two more thing. Like instead of request, I will say success req success. Okay, request success, and then this will be like request fail, request failed. Okay, so we will have fail success and that request. And then I will have another one, which is, I will copy this one. Instead of list, we will have detail, like detail. So I will select multiple, the same value with command D, and then I will say detail, detail. So we will have two different constraints, okay, two different constant products. So we will define the reducer. I will say, so I will create the new file called product.js. So this will be product.js reducer. So I first of all, we will import from the product under the constraint folder that we just created. So import, and what we'll import, we will import product list request. Okay, and another one is product list request success, and the product list request fail. Okay, after that I will import three more: product DD request, product DD request success, product DD request fail from constant product. Okay, so we have got these value from the constant, and for the base URL I will define the base URL. So I will export directly, because I will reuse this one later on. Const base URL equal, so our server is running under the port 3000. Okay, so we will say http localhost 3000. So this will be our base API URL. Okay, so I will reuse that one later. So in the reducer, we will go back, and so I will create another function, export const product list reducer. Okay, product list reducer. So this will be our reducer of the product list. It will be managing, requesting the data from API. So inside it, we will have state and the action. Every reducer, there is like state and the action. So I will say state, state, state. Okay, state equal, for the state, we will have the key value. So I will say product at products. In that product, we will have list. So first of all, it will be empty list. And then for the action, I will say action. So we use the arrow function key to get the return value. So I will have like switch inside the function. So swint say switch, we'll say product list action dot type. We'll use action dot type. Okay, so if that action dot type from here, this action dot type CSE case will be PRODUCT product list request. We will say return loading, state will be loading true, and the PRODUCT as products will be empty list for now. Okay, products will be empty list. So no, I mean not equal loading true. So when we start product list request, so the loading will be true. At this time it will be loading and the product is list will be empty. When it is success means we got our data. Case PRODUCT product list request success. At this time we will return with the data. So loading will be forced. Loading will be forced. So and then product list will be action dot payload dot product. Because from this action our data will be under the payload. That's why we assign the list of product data to that product list. So we got our product, and then what we can bring is we can bring total pages, and to make a pagination. So I will say total pages, total pages, total page will be actm1 action dot payload dot total page. Then I would say page, this is the page number 1 2 3 where we are now or something, payload dot page. So we have got our data, this one, and if it is failed, what will we do? So we need to handle every state. We will have these three things. Catch product request failed. If it is failed, we will return loading equal to false, and error. Oops, we will return the error. Error action dot payload. Okay, error action dot payload dot error. Oh, okay. So sorry, this is my fault. I do not need to import like this. So under that we will say as a default we will return state. So this is our product list reducer. We got our product list reducer. So so let's write for the product DD reducer as well. So this is for all the list of PRODUCT as products. Okay, so this will be a single by ID. So let's copy this block because everything will be the same. So this will be not product list, this will be product reducer. Okay, so single product. So we will have not products, only one product, and then we will have like another dictionary. So inside it we will bring also review. Okay, so review of this product or something. So this will be list, and the action. So we will say action dot type not product list request, this time product DD request. Okay, so I will do the same thing. Instead of request, I will do product not list DD product DD product DD request access. Okay, I will copy from here. Product DD request access, product DD request field. So we need to change another thing as well. So instead of list of product, we have to be retain only the what we say, only the product. That's why action dot payloads. Okay, so instead of product, we will say product PRODUCT action dot payload. We will not take the rest. We don't need this, so we will delete these. So loading will be false here. Here is loading will be true. Okay, loading will be true. Instead of using product, we will say here every state where we will receive every state here. Okay, so here we will be loading for product will be from the product action.payload, and then if it is filled, we will say loading for action.payload as well. We will not take from error. So and then as a default we will return state. So this will be pretty much for the product reducer for a single product by ID. So the rest in action. Okay, so we created action folder, but we have never done in here. So I will create another one called PRODUCT product.js. So in that action, what we will do is let's say, okay, so I have to fetch actual data from the API in that action. That's why we call action folder, and then under that we will import the AXIOS. So AXIOS from the AXIOS. So right now we don't have that packages. That's why we cannot import. So I will go and install it. So I will go and find in here AXIOS npm install install. So we can be installed using the npm package. So I will create another terminal here. So I will go back to the client because we are working on the client. So npm install AXIOS. So this package will be installed for now in the client. So we have import AXIOS. Yes. So so we will import again the product constant, the value. Okay, so I will say import the product DD request and the product this data. Okay, so I will say request and then product list request success and the product list request field. So three. So another three is PRODUCT product DD requests, PRODUCT product DD request success, and the product request DD field from dot constant, and then we'll say product. So we have got our value from product constant. So inside this we will say product list action. Okay, so export const product list, this time will be action. So in here we will be we will have like function, and then inside that function we will call with the asynchronous function. Okay, async asynchronous, and then here we will do arrow function key to return the value after we got it. Okay, so right now when we fetch the data from the API, so I will say with the using dispatch. So in here I will say dispatch dispatch. So in here okay, so using we have to bring that dispatch from the parameter of the action list. We will pass that dispatch when we call this function. That's why we have to bring that dispatch from here. as a parameter. Okay, so I will say dispatch function, and then inside I will say type. If it type is product list request, from the product constant, I will be this dispatch will be calling this product list request, and then after that we will say const data. We will define the data await axios aoc.get. So this will be actually calling the API. So base URL will be from BASC base URL. So I will import import BASC base URL from the same folder constant base URL. So we will have our base URL from the constant, this one. So after inside backtick, I call the with the $ and bracket base URL. So we can by using backtick we can write together the string and the value of the variable. So after that I say API select, and then I would say products ducts. Okay, so we will go and check in the API. I will explain you why I call this one. So I have a route, that's product. So we will have the like select, but when we call this API, enter the API products, we call API select products. So that's why we know that if I call the API select product, it will be working this home router. Okay, so we got all the product from that function of the API backend server. So I will go back to the to our action, product action. Then we got our data. So at this time, what we can do is we can dispatch again the type of the product list success, product list request success. Okay, so this product list request we will pass through with the payload data, PYLOAD. So this will be data. So by doing that, by passing that dispatch with the payload data, it will be sending through the product reducer. As you see, we assign the products from the payload of the products. That's why it's related with the action and the reducer. So I think we have to use with the try catch. If we write like this, it will be working, but it will not be validate for the error. So what I will do is I will say try. So inside that try block, I will move all the code here, and then I will say CAD catch. So I will catch the error. So for the inside that, I will say dispatch dispatch again. If it is we found the type is PRODUCT, product list failed, product list request failed, we will do PAYLOAD, payload will be error.respond, RESPONSE, and error.respond data.message. So what I have done is, if it is, we check if it is error respond and error respond.message data.message, you know, we using the AND operator. So if these conditions are true, we will say error.respond, RESPONSE, respond.data.message, as we are only show error.message. So we pass to the product list request fail, which is the payload data of that error message. So this is pretty much for the product related action. So we have to write for the product action as well for the single item. So I will copy this block of code, and I will say product action instead of product list. So inside it, we will be receiving an ID, because we have to of course we have to receive the ID in order to take specific item, and then I will receive the dispatch from the as a parameter when we use that product action. Then I will say dispatch product detail request. If it is product detail request, then for the data I will say base UI API, and then this time we will use the ID of the parameter from the here. Okay, so by doing that, we know that it's requesting the specific product, and then it will be not product list. This one will be product detail request access, and then with the data of payload. If it is error, we will say product product detail request failed, and then everything will be the same. So this is about the action, and the inside the store. If you remember, we have to combine different reducer. Okay, so I will combine product product list reducer. Okay, product list reducer from the from here, product list reducer and the product reducer. Okay, so I will close, and I will say product product reducer. So we have two reducer. Okay, so that root reducer, after we combine, so we have to create another const, like say persist, that's the persist reducer. Okay, so this persist reducer will have p as an st reducer that we import here from reduce persist. So inside that, we will say persist config and root reducer. So after that, we are going to create another one, which is export. Therefore, export const, we will export the store const. Create store, and then what I will do is persist reducer, this one we just created, and then let me go and check the p as an st Let me check here the example. Okay, and then create store persist reducer. Yeah, so for now we will be doing the persist reducer, but later on I will show with the middleware, because we will use the authentication later on. But right now I will only show you how we can fetch the API using the redo from the client side. So right now what I will do is, okay, so I will export export persist star. I will call that persist star stor, and then as an st persist store that we just imported, persist store. So here, from here, and then I will say store that we just created here. So this is pretty much about the store.js file, which is combining the different kinds of reducer, and then we create the store, and then we export that preset. So this is pretty much about the reduce. So we'll be reusing this reduce inside the let me show you inside the component product list. So inside the product list, okay, so I will do here what I will do is I will use the dispatch from the React. We can have use dispatch, use selector, and the use effect. So these are the things to fetch from the API. So I will import the necessary function that we are going to use. So use effect. Okay, use effect from React. I will explain you later why we use that use effect. And then we'll import their use dispatch dispatch, use dispatch, and use senector. So we install before React reduce. That's why we have to use that React reduce in the component of the product, or whatever UI you like to. So, and then we'll be import another thing is product list action. UCT product list ACDI1 action. So this one will be from the RE reduce action product. As you remember, so we create that product list action here. Okay, so we will be calling this function from the product list component. Okay, so by calling this, what we can do, we can pass the dispatch. That's why I use dispatch from React reduce. Okay, so we'll create ISP ADCH dispatch, and then we'll use dispatch calling this function. So we have our dispatch variable here, and then I will do another product list reducer, and then cons PRODUCT product list reducer use selector. This one will use selector, and then we will pass the state with the arrow function state dot PRODUCT product list reducer. Okay, so we are coming along, and then we will have the you remember we will have the we define full thing here, and we the loading error products, and then page to the pages. So this will be our variable after we fetch from the product list reducer. So this is pretty much about that, and then we will use the use effect. So use effect will be working instantly when we call this component. That's when we use effect. Use effect will be start working. Okay, and then inside that arrow function, we will say dispatch dispatch PRODUCT product list action. So we will dispatch product list action, and we have to define dispatch dispatch. So by calling that use effect, what we will do is we dispatch the product list action, and then that product list action will start fetching the necessary data, from the, I will show you here from the API with using AOSIS, and then it will be passed the data. So something like this. So we can use our data from here loading. Okay, if it is loading, what I will do is I will save. So this one, okay. So for now, I will make sure to be clear. I will Control X, Command X or something to make empty here, and then I will move that code with the another file beside, because to work on clearly. So inside this, I will say DIV, okay, DIV. Inside DIV, if it is loading this value, if it is loading, I would say, if it is loading, H1, loading, I will say loading, and then if it is error, I will show with the H1 error. Okay, so we have to pass like this error, and then as we will be working our code. Okay, so if it is loading, we will show the text message loading. If it is error, we will show error message, and as a default, there is no loading, there is no error. We will be working with our data with our UI here. So I will copy back, I will delete, and then I will paste here again. So so we can use that product list, and then what I will do is, let's say, what is our product? Okay, 1 2 3 4. So this is the list of the product. I hope you still remember this one. Like, okay, I will refresh. No, DB. This is the API. Okay, so API cd cd node client, cd client, npm run dev. I will run the client. So we have got the it's not as function. Okay, use dispatch. Cannot find ingredient file module review. Okay, so let me go and check, because might be we have to reinstall or IEACDV IEDUCE. Okay, we are review. Okay, I will install under the client. Under the client, no, DUX, yeah, yeah, I think not CE. I make a mistake. I use the wrong package. Maybe I have to use not reduce IEACDV IEDUX. Oh yeah, this one. Pardon me. So we have to use this reduce, okay, not the CE, like this one, exactly this one. So we have to install this package. I always make mistake. I always make a mistake with the CE and X. So I will install this one. After that, we are ready to use the use dispatch and use letter. So I would say Okay, now we are okay now. So I go provider confine real reduce content value. Okay. The error is invalid from no problem. This is provider context. Okay, so we have to use something because we just create a store. After we create the reduce and everything, we have to edit our two file main and app.css. I would like to move all the router and the route, okay, router and the route inside the app.css instead of doing the layout and products. I will say router. Okay, this one I will remove this one, and we have to use the router. Okay, so router, so we have to import necessary thing, of course. So what I do is I will go back to the main.css and main.js, and then I would like to import these browser tab. I would like to import these in the app.jsx. So we got our browser, router, routes, and routes. So this will be inside the app.jsx. Okay, so in the main.js, what I will do is I will delete this one and these router. Okay, so we don't need anymore because we move these into the app.jsx. Right now I will do import store PERSNSDOR persistar from reduce lab store.js. So inside the store.js we have two variables, store and persistar. So we have to use these two in our main JSX file. So I would say I will not use this one as well. Inside the render, I will say provider. That's in this way we can be calling the value from store and the precis gate. So these are from the reduce precis gate. Inside the precis gate, we will say app. We will call app. So this app we have to bring from the import app from the app.js, this app. Okay, so inside it I use the app. After that you can use like this, so you don't need to type. And I would say precis gate, we have got precis gate provider and the persistar. Yeah, we have to use the persistar inside the precis gate. I would say loading will be null, and then persistar equal persistar. So in that way, when we start our app, that main.js will be ran, and then using with the store file that we created and the persistar, and then it will run the app. So inside the app we have our route and everything. So shall we go back project? data product object does not provide an export name default. Okay, so reducer product.js and product.js. So of course register product.js, let me go and I think it caught the error. It's caught the error. This one, because I didn't import this one. I don't know how come it's there. Okay, so router inside another router should have more than one in your app. Okay, this is the problem with the app.jsx. So app.jsx, let me go and check in our app.jsx. Router routes, and then okay, so inside the here we are going we are using app instead of using home. We have to use home. That's home will be from pages, so we should have home inside the pages, but we didn't have the pages inside the home. So I will create the another one called home.jsx. Inside the home.jsx, I would say I will create the variable const home. So I will say home equal the bracket function, the arrow function, because we have to return our layout. Okay, so return, and then we will say layout layout. So inside that layout we will have the product list. So this is the product list, and we have to import product list product. I think products, yeah, product, not product list. So this products component we have to use. So after we have the layout and products, we should return we should export our home variable. So in order to reuse the inside the app.jsx, so home home. So this home will be calling when we run our app as an index. So I will say product list reducer as is undefined. Okay, so we are getting the error in here, product list reducer state dot this one, I think, yeah. So what is the error we have got? Product list register undefined. So undefined, product list reducer undefined. Maybe when we create the reducer, we create the product, we create with the capital letter, we should create the small letter to be unique, I mean to be the same. And then let me go and check in an action, product list action. Yeah, product list action. And then inside the store we should have the product list reducer and product list reducer. So instead of getting the big letter, we should have small letter starting with the. Okay, and then this is our main. So the main, we came in along with the product list. Product list will be POPS. So I don't think we need for now this prompt, because we will use prompt later. And how come this? Okay, so class name, layout. Let me go and check page layout, number, class name, layout, children, footer. Okay, let's fix the error here. It is showing that we have to use the reduce stem. So I will go and find the npm reduce stem in order to install. So this is we have to use with the reduce process the middleware. Okay, so without it we will get the error. So I will install the npm install reduce stem. So I installed that one. Okay, so I installed this one, and what I will do is I will create the middleware here, middleware tent. So const middleware middleware. So before we create the middleware, I have to import the temp. I import the import THUNK from idux th. Okay, so middleware will be THUNK. Oh yeah, it's okay. So we have got our middleware. So we will be importing here when we create store. We have to use COMPOSC compose. So we have to apply middleware. Okay, so we will be apply middleware. We'll use this, and then inside it we'll say middleware. So by doing that, we use the middleware. Okay, we use the apply middleware. So let me go back and check. Okay, what is that? Return.js generate default. So the tank, we have a problem. So by doing this, we call the apply tank middleware. So we have our error solve. What is that? Local 3000 port, or we are running API and test 9000. I think port 9000 instead of 3000. We have to say 9000. So in the constant, we create base URL with the 3000 instead of 39. Okay, so let's go back and check 9000. Take out the error. Let me say localhost 9000. I see. So we have to run the server. We are not running the server. That's why. So we have to go back. We go to API. Now we are in our API folder. Say let's say npx no more index.js. So I think listening on port 3000. Okay, let's say 3000. No, I think we should be correct. 3000. Yeah, so our server is running. So I will go back and check again. 3000 select products. So yeah, it is brand empty. So empty 3000 API select product. No. Okay. So core policy. So we have got the core policy. From the API, I think we should use core. That's why we are facing the core problem. So in order to solve that problem, what I will do is I will show you we need to install the core. So let's go and find the core. CORE core and CORS core npm install. So let's install in our. This time we have to install under the API because it's required from the server side. Okay, so I will clear the terminal and then I will go back cd ... and then I will go back again here. If I say ls, I see two folder, API and client. So I'm going to enter API. So under that I have to install core. Then I will use the core. Okay, so we have to fix just npm audit fix. Okay, so inside the API index of folder, I will say cons core require CORS core. Okay, so this core will be handed, to fetch the API from different browser. After that, app.use core, we just have to import the where's app? Yes, here. App.use CORS core function. So by doing that, I think it will be good. It will be good to go. So let's go back and yeah. So we have solved our problem. So it should be good for now. And I will show you in the next video.